Hi friends, I'm wearing my Irene glasses because I don't know where my real sunglasses are. Actually, these are broken, they fell and they got cracked and I had to put the lens back in, but it's staying for now. Anyway, I've been fighting a migraine today and I feel better for the most part, but it's still feeling a bit iffy. And I was going to lay down and do nothing some more, but I want to share the story with you. Our son recently got sworn into the Army, and we didn't get to go to that because of the pandemic. So today they did kind of a do-over so that me and my husband could see. And I was very determined to go and didn't know when we were going to have another chance. So I managed to fall asleep for a bit on the couch today, and that helped take the edge off the migraine a little bit, which involved intense nausea, and it was like moving around. It was like on the side of my head, and then it would go into my eye and on the side of my nose and then back again. I usually get more migraines in the summer for some reason, but I think I'm especially prone right now because I've been crying more than usual with my son leaving and all of these different things happening. So I need to try to keep that under control. A lot of people say they feel better after a good cry. That has not been the experience for me. I get terrible headaches from it. I see blurry the entire next day if I cry for an extended period of time. Crying is not one of my favorite things. So Eric did a swearing in about 2:30 today, and after that we walked outside and I smelled some food from a restaurant, and it actually smelled good to me, and I had been on the verge of throwing up all day, and I had even grabbed a bowl before we left the house because I thought maybe I might throw up in the car. So I thought, all right, maybe I need to eat something, and I thought maybe the smell was coming from the gyro place. So I asked Eric, do you want to go to the gyro place? And he said, yeah. And then he remembered that he was going to go to someone's house for dinner, so he decided not to. But I felt like I need food now. I haven't eaten the entire day, and that's probably just going to make things worse in the migraine department. So I noticed there was a drive-thru, and I thought, how did I not know there was a drive-thru in the gyro place? So I pulled in, and I was looking for the menu, and I passed one menu, and I saw something about drinks. And then there wasn't another menu after that. And I looked off to the right, and I saw that there was a Starbucks sign, and I slowly realized I'm in the Starbucks drive-thru. And I said to Eric, should I admit that I'm in the wrong drive-thru, or should I order something so I don't look stupid? And he agreed that I should order something. I don't drink coffee for 2 reasons. I can't stand it. And 2, for religious reasons. We don't think it's evil. We don't think you're going to hell for drinking coffee. It's kind of similar to how Jewish people only eat things that are kosher. So when I go to Starbucks, it's usually because a friend wanted to go to Starbucks, and I either get hot chocolate or I'll get some sort of frappuccino, and there's strawberries and cream, and there's like a chocolate chip one, and a while back they had unicorn something. It was like a really bright colored frappuccino. And nothing sweet sounded good at the moment, but I thought, I'll just bring it home to Sabrina. I'll take a sip and then I'll give the rest to her. So we got to the window and I said, hey, do you have any like special frappuccinos going on right now? And she said, oh yeah, we do. S'mores. I love s'mores everything. And so does Sabrina. So I said, oh, okay, yeah, I'll get s'mores. It didn't even enter my mind that it would involve coffee, because to me, coffee would ruin s'mores. But I know a lot of people like coffee. Like, I can't stand the smell of it. Most of my life, I was sick to my stomach every single morning, and that was always the first thing I smelled walking into school. It was what I smelled going into the hospital for tests and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't stand it. Anyway, I took a rather significant swig of this, and I swallowed it. And I said, oh, gross, coffee! So Eric takes it and goes, really? Eric takes a little sip, and then he opens the car door and spits it out. I don't even remember how much I paid for this, but I bought this in order to not look stupid, only to look even more stupid. I'm only telling you guys this, so don't tell anybody else, okay? Oh, it smells bad. So sorry if these glasses made you think that this was going to be an Irene video, but I do plan on making one soon, probably after Eric leaves, and I don't think I'm going to do any scam baiting until after Eric leaves. Irene is my decoy account that I use on Instagram to attract romance scammers. And I don't mean to brag, but I recently had kind of an affair with Tom Cruise. Hopefully it won't be too long before I share that steamy romance with you. Okay, I'm going to go play with my phone some more. Oh, let me show you my new phone. This is not an unboxing video. I think unboxing videos are overrated. And here it is. It used to be in a box, and I chose red because there was a choice between black and red, and other people in my family were getting black, and I figured it might cause some confusion. And I didn't think I was going to get an iPhone. I thought I would get maybe a Samsung, but really had no clue about how much it was going to cost. But suddenly my husband was saying, hey, we need to get a family plan because I found out Eric isn't going to have a way to call home when he goes to boot camp. So, of course, that just wasn't an option, not having our son call us for months. Now they just assume that everyone has a cell phone. And I have put off having a smartphone for a very long time, and it's just gotten more and more difficult not having a cell phone because so many things require it now. So when I ask a friend, hey, can I pay you with PayPal? Oh, do you have Venmo? And I said, oh, let me go sign up for Venmo. And then, oh, you have to have a cell phone to do Venmo. From what I could see anyway. And we've also run into several situations where we had to pay to park somewhere, and the only way to pay for it was using a smartphone. I've avoided it as much as possible for many reasons. One, I feel like we don't have enough solitude in this society, and when everyone has a cell phone, we kind of feel like we should be able to keep tabs on everyone all the time. And when I would go out with my friends, their kids were constantly text messaging them and calling them about stupid things. Like no one was dying or on fire or anything. Dumb things like, he's not giving me a turn on blah 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 game. It's like, who's watching you right now? Go bother them. I've had many situations where I had to wait for a kid after school, like after a rehearsal or something like that. And yeah, there have been lots of times where I wished they had a cell phone and I had a cell phone. And there are many blessings that come with having a cell phone, but there are also lots of downfalls. One thing I like about iPhones is they take really great photos. So that's one thing that's appealing to me. What's not appealing is that you have to have a special charger that's not universal, and I've heard that the chargers don't last very long. We went with T-Mobile because they have a military discount and also based on the coverage in our area. Many people have said that Verizon doesn't work in our neighborhood, and we also needed something that was going to work where our son is going for basic training. We didn't really have a long time to plan for this. At the same time, one of our sons, his boss said that he needed to have a cell phone for work so that he can text him if he's working or not, and also be the backup if he needs to get a hold of them when they're out doing jobs. My van came with a Bluetooth stereo, and so one thing that's exciting for me is that I can actually use that feature now. I can maybe listen to music through my phone now instead of going through old CDs, and I can also call people hands-free, which will be handy because there have been times where I had to like pull over somewhere and use free Wi-Fi with my tablet, like the directions to my friend's house were wrong on Google Maps, so I'm always running into issues. One thing I think is really cool is that instead of using a password, you can use your thumbprint or any finger you want. You can actually program up to 10 fingerprints on these things. So that is pretty nifty. And like I could have my husband program his in case something happened to me. Hopefully not. But I would definitely want him to have access to my phone if anything did happen to me. So this feels super high tech, and there's a lot of learning to do, and I'm looking into how I can better scam bait with this. I want to do some live streaming and calling scammers on a regular basis. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I won't cry too much after Eric leaves, and I'll be able to bring you some funny videos soon.
I state your full name. Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
To support and defend.
To support and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies.
Against all enemies.
Foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
And that I will bear.
And that I will bear.
Allegiance and true faith.
Allegiance and true faith.
To the same.
To the same.
And that I will obey.
And that I will obey.
The President of the United States.
The President of the United States.
And the officers appointed over me.
And the officers appointed over me.
According to regulations.
According to regulations.
And the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
And the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right, boom, congratulations.